150 years ago, longleaf pine forest like this dominated the coastal plain of the United States. From Texas to Virginia and down through central Florida, this strong heart of pine literally built the Southeast and beyond. Seemingly endless timber that was relentlessly clear-cut.
Longleaf pine was virtually eliminated from the Southeast over the last 150 years. So there's less than 1/10 of 1% of old-growth longleaf pine left on Earth.
Leaning tall pines with gnarly bonsai-shaped limbs frame sunny patches of wiry grass. A habitat that is home to many remarkable animals and an extraordinary variety of plant life.
For example, in just a 3 by 3 foot square meter area, you can have upwards of 60 plant species in just that small area, which rivals any other temperate community on Earth.
So, why would they want to set it on fire?
What we're doing today is applying prescribed fire to mimic a natural process. So we're trying to generate the kind of fire effects that lightning ignited wildfires would have normally have produced.
Fire is good for the system and is necessary. All these plants that you see out here, the hundreds of plant species associated with the longleaf pine forest, are invigorated by fire. Also, wiregrass, it has to have fire to produce seeds, and not just any fire. It has to have fire during what we call the lightning season. So from mid-April through the end of June approximately. If it's not burned during that time period, it will not produce seeds.
The longleaf pine forest and plants and animals living within it have adapted to regular fire and the clear open spaces it provides. The eastern indigo snake is one of them.
It's a strikingly beautiful animal. It's a large animal. The largest snake in North America. Their scales are covered with a kind of an iridescent sheen that in the right light just is brilliant. They're top predators in this ecosystem. They're different than a lot of other snakes in that they're primarily snake-eating snakes. And in fact, if you look at their Latin name, Drymarchon, it loosely translates into Emperor of the Forest. The indigo snake was listed in the late 70s under the Endangered Species Act as a threatened species, and it is probably extinct in about 1/3 of its range.
In southern Georgia, the Orient Society has set up an indigo snake preserve in prime longleaf habitat. They collect data not only on indigo snakes, but also on another closely linked reptile, the gopher tortoise, whose burrow is almost an ecosystem in itself.
Gopher tortoise needs a burrow to survive, so it digs a series of burrows, and those burrows stay relatively cool in the summer and relatively warm in the winters.
The gopher tortoise is what we see as a keystone species because it provides a habitat for other organisms that they can't really get elsewhere. Lots of invertebrates and other snakes that require those burrows as habitat.
There's over 300 species that depend on the burrows of the indigo snake. Requires the gopher tortoise burrows in order to breed and overwinter.
The longleaf pine forest is the most biologically diverse in the Northern Hemisphere. Please join us for a 1-hour special showcasing a mesmerizing landscape shaped by fire and home to many unique plants and animals. We will find out more about these creatures and efforts to preserve and restore this magnificent forest.